Hello, hello. Good evening. It's Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You. How is everybody tonight? Tell me in the chat how you're doing. I am really glad you're here, and I'm excited to share with you some of my favorite designs by one of the most fabulous up and coming designers, Miss Georgia Farrell. You all have seen her stuff, I am sure, over the years, and we're not even aware that it was hers. I didn't even know. As I said in the newsletter, if you read the newsletter, you know this because I talked about it. As I was going through all of her designs in Ravelry, I was struck by how many of the designs that I have loved from Mode and Rowan since, gosh, 2018 have been Georgia's designs. So I thought it would be fun to kind of put together a little collage of those designs and talk about them, and then also look at what she has coming up for the future. So that's going to be really fun. And I had the pleasure of interviewing Georgia. What's today? Wednesday, yesterday morning. Oh my gosh, my days are getting away from me. I had the pleasure of interviewing Georgia for next week's podcast. Of course, she is in Great Britain still. She's coming to Vogue Knitting Live, and she's going to be in our booth at Vogue Knitting Live. So I'm super excited about that. And I was hoping to be able to interview her for the podcast, but she doesn't come until the next day. So we did a recorded interview, and I'm going to post that next week in this time slot. So next week's podcast will not be live. It will be a wonderful recorded interview with Georgia Farrell, and I hope that you enjoy it. So who all is here? Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Hi, Eveline, Barb, Betty. It's a pleasure. Hi, Anna. Hi, Gwen. Hey, Polly and Phyllis. Oh, my goodness. It's so nice to have you guys here. I am really happy that you're here. So how many of you know Georgia Farrell's work? Tell me in the chat if you have ever knit something by Georgia Farrell or you have admired something by Georgia Farrell. I would love to hear. So go ahead and tell me that. Hey, Shelly. Nice to see you. So in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and bring up this little presentation I made for you guys. It is here. I guess this would work. Yes. Okay. So all of my favorite designs by Georgia Farrell. And there are quite a few, actually. Hi, Veronica. Ronnie, how are you? Okay, so here's Georgia. Is she adorable or what? This was taken, I think, not that long ago, but you can see she's sitting on her bed and she's knitting, and she's sitting on this wonderful Afghan that she did. And she had this as a knit along, which I thought was so cute. I've been thinking about maybe doing one of these where we could play with these block a day. Tell me if that would be fun for you. But you can't really see it in this picture, but she has on a sweatshirt called Modernist. And when I was chatting with her, she shared her thoughts on design. And I think it's so wonderful when you hear her talk about modernism and how she explains what that means to her. So make sure that you tune in next week to hear her talk about that directly. I don't want to steal her thunder from that. But anyway, isn't she adorable? Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, so this really shocked me because this was from the very first Mode collection, which was the collection that really got me back into and hot on Rowan. It was the very first collection from Mode, and it's a beautiful sweater. It has an unfortunately dull name, 014 sweater, but it is from that Mode collection, and it is available. It's worked in Kid Classic, and it has this wonderful detail. So as you'll hear her talk about next week, she is inspired by architecture, absolutely loves it. And once you know that, you can kind of look at her stuff and see where that's happening. I told her in the interview, I absolutely can't unsee it anymore. But isn't this beautiful? We've had several people in the shop knit this, and it is just lovely. All right, let's see. Polly said she watched the knit along but didn't have time to do it. Yes, I love abstract too. Anna, you might be the person that asked me to kind of do a review of abstract, and that might be it. So anyway, if it is, I hope you enjoy tonight. All right, so this is another one from that very first Mode collection. There's two of them here. One is this really cute little cropped ribbed sweater, and the other one is this matching scarf. Both of them are worked in Alpaca Soft DK, which is absolutely lovely yarn. And these incredible pom-poms just make it so wonderful. So you can see how it looks in the two colors, super cute. And again, she was certainly ahead of her time, I think, in terms of that whole cropped look. But this was a great collection. So cute. Love that. And if you haven't worked with Alpaca Soft DK, it is to die for beautiful. So, so pretty. Yes, I think that's exactly right, Glenn. A modern twin set. That is exactly right. Yes, I love that. You nailed it. Okay, this is another one. If you've been in the shop, you have seen we have a sample of this. This is from the second Mode collection, which was, what, 2019? I think 2000. I think that's right. I can look at when I look at the Ravelry again, but definitely some number of years ago. This is worked in cotton cashmere. It's a gorgeous, easy fitting summer garment. I think you knit this, didn't you, Gwen? Super cute. You either did this. She had it in this version, and she also had it in a sleeveless version. So very cute, easy to wear, maybe a little challenging because it's lace on both sides, but really worth it if you enjoy this kind of thing. I love that cotton cashmere. Whoops. I'm going to have to go back to that because that's the one that I was telling you about. So hang on, let me look at this just a second because I really do want to show you that boxy sweater. Hang on. Oh my goodness. How do I get out of here? Okay, that boxy jumper, I want to show you. So let me bring this up. Yes. Okay. So here is this, because this is the one I want to show you, Glenn. We will share our screen. We'll share this screen. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is the boxy jumper. This was definitely in 2020. And Glenn, does this look familiar or what, right? So this is a very cute sweater. I didn't realize Georgia had done it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really basically just a cropped sweater in garter stitch. This one has a dropped shoulder, whereas the one you were talking about, Glenn, has set in sleeves. And this has a little lace inset with it. So this is called the boxy jumper. It's actually a free pattern. So super cute. Here's a close-up of the lace inset. Can you see that? So very cute. We had this lace goes down the side of the front and the back and also down the sleeve. So very cute, free pattern. Love this from her. It is also in the cotton cashmere. So let me get back to my correct thing that I am sharing. All right, hang on. All right, just a minute. Sorry about that, gang. You never know how things go, right? When you're going live, right? All right. So we'll share this. All right, now we're back on track. Okay, so this one is one that Mary did in the shop, and a number of you have done this as well. This is Kinross, and this is from her magazine, from Rowan Magazine 68. So what I kind of noticed when I was looking through this is that Georgia's definitely kind of an up and coming in terms of, her work went from, you know, the occasional sort of freelance thing that she was doing, and then she did one pattern in for a Rowan magazine, and then you just sort of see that more and more of her designs are getting picked up, and that's why I call her a rising star. She's actually a freelance designer, but definitely rising star in terms of what is being featured in the Rowan magazine and how much they use her. So I'm super excited about that for her. All right, so this is Kinross. Like I said, this is from the magazine. This is worked in Alpaca Classic. It's very, very cute and fun to knit, mostly in garter stitch. And we have this actually put up as kits. This is going with us to Vogue Knitting Live. So very pretty design. And this one is one of my favorites from this mode collection, the year that Merino Aria and Soft Boucle were introduced. So this was a design for Merino Aria, which is a luxuriously soft chainette wool blend, mostly wool. I think it's like 98% wool, and then it has a little polyamide because it's a chainette construction, as I said. So it's a very light yarn, very silky. But if you see here, it's a long, and then she has at the side this very, so she definitely works texture a lot. And the Merino Aria is perfect for showing this texture. It's really, really beautiful. So hi, Anne. And yes, Terry, you knit that, and that was so cute on you. I think Danette also knit one. So Amy, this is what Alicia and I want to do. Is this the jumper? This one or which one, Amy? Tell me which one you guys want to do, because I think there are so many that are good in here, right? Okay. Where I'm going the wrong direction. How am I going the wrong direction? I need to go the right direction. Lord have mercy. Okay, so this is called the Aldersgate poncho, and this is one from her first collection, all on her own for Rowan, and it's a collection called My London, and she has all of these designs that are inspired by different buildings throughout London. And I am not familiar enough with London. Maybe some of you are, and you can tell me in the comments. But it's a beautiful poncho. It takes 10 skeins of Rowan Alpaca Classic, so you know it's soft and light and fuzzy. And look at this beautiful texture in here. I think that's so pretty. Just a really nice texture. So it's not gone. Tessellate, that's kind of patterns that seem both directions. It's interesting, and it's also to knit. And Amelia, I'm looking at you when I talk about this, right? Yes, I would like this. This is totally right up your alley, isn't it? Fun to knit, fabulous to wear. I love that. Okay, so Betty likes the jumper. Yep, I like that too. Amy, you want to do the blue boxy one? Okay, fabulous. You should. And yes, isn't this pretty? Yeah, this definitely looks like a color that you would like, Anne. Beautiful. This is, I believe this is willow color. Not sure, but we have all the colors of Alpaca Classic, so we'll definitely find something for you. All right, let's see what's next. Come on now. I'm going the wrong direction. How is it that I'm going the wrong direction? Okay, this is also from that same collection, the My London. It's called Coleman Street. And again, fabulous texture. And the color. So she did this in both in the 4-color version and also in a solid version. And I think the 4-color version is so much more interesting. This is going to be at our booth, and I love it. Again, it's a big, big wrap, but that Alpaca Classic is so light that it's cozy and warm without feeling heavy. And if this interests you, these are the 4 colors that are used. There's the deep teal, the ice blue, willow. That's the color. Yep, willow. and foliage green. So it's a beautiful and interesting color combination. So yes, so we can go back and see that this is in the color Willow, which she is very fond of, because you can see that she did that other design in this color, and then this one, and then this as well. So definitely an attractive set. And she has a matching hat that goes with it. This is a great book. It's all accessories. And this is one that she designed for Mode Collection 4. So you can see that she's picking up more and more places where her designs are being featured. We had this actually in the shop when we had the trunk show. It was one of the featured garments. So, so cute. A little tank top, and this is the texture in it. So she has this beautiful garter stitch, and then this little bit of a lace, kind of, not really a lace, I guess it's a cable that gives it a little bit of interest to both to knit and to wear. Very, very cute. I will tell you that when you knit a lot of these patterns, you do want to look at the finished length against your own finished length. I'm talking to any of you like me who are a little bit longer in the torso. You definitely want to make that measurement, because both the Boxy jumper and the Dijon, which we have seen, are both very cropped, right? So cropped and weight cropped might be something that you want to consider. So look at your own body measurements against the schematic and decide if you need to add a little extra length on those. I know that I do. So maybe you're petite, maybe you don't. But if you are not petite, then you would definitely want to be aware of the length of the body in these garments. All right, where are we? Okay, so the next thing I wanted, is this, wait, did I jump ahead? I did jump ahead. All right. Okay, Eve. So Mode Collection 6, love this, very cute. This was probably my favorite, one of my favorite garments from this collection. The other one was the Dijon. This is knit in Summerlight 4-ply and Kid Silk Haze held together. So it has a wonderful texture. If you've ever felt that cotton with the Kid Silk Haze with it, it's just beautiful. And I love the stripes on this. It's so fun and playful. But can't you imagine this in white with any color you like? A beautiful periwinkle or pink or navy or black. I think that would be so cute. I think she must have called this Eve because this acid yellow is called Eve green in the Kid Silk Haze. So very pretty, yes? Tell me if you like this. Do you like stripes? Tell me if you love stripes or if you have an issue wearing stripes. All right, I think I've figured out the secret to moving this presentation forward. Okay, so then her next collection, kind of for, all on her own, was one called Abstract. And this, we talked about the inspiration for this book. This is the cover design, and this is called Shadow, and it's in Tarja. And I have referred to this one many times. When I did Rowan Connect, we used this as an example of, if you say, oh, I really only wear t-shirts, I don't know what to knit, I don't wear sweaters, you can totally knit a t-shirt. And this is a beautiful example of the kind of thing that you might want to knit if you are comfortable in t-shirts. So this has it's fun to knit. It's got a great, easy fit, an A-line shape, which, as she talks about in the interview, balances the intarsia in here. But can't you just sort of see the inspiration of those buildings? Obviously, they're not actual buildings, but they're an abstraction of it. And that's what makes, I think, her work so great. And there's texture in these blocks. So it's not just miles and miles of stockinette. Again, you've got this texture going on, and you've got the intarsia going on. And you could use any colors you like. Even if you wanted to go with the gray and the white, you don't have to do this aqua color. You could do blue, or you could do pink, or, whatever that you like. So I think that's great. Let's see, Yay! Excellent, Ronnie. I can't wait to see you. See you knitting that. Very fun. So that's the cover design from Abstract. And here's another one that I just wanted to point to. It's called Asymmetry. And again, it's worked in Tarja, but there's so many things going on here. We talk about this in the interview next week at length, but I just want to point out all of the different kinds of asymmetry that are in here. So if you look at, you can see that at the side, on this side, she has a split that's trimmed with garter stitch. And on the opposite side, she has a completely different hemline. This armhole has a garter stitch band. This armhole has an I-cord edge. The fronts and the backs are different. Just everything about it. The two layered bits of color work here are asymmetrical. And I don't know how many of you follow Arna and Carlos, probably everybody, but when they were here in November, they did a class on this layered color work kind of thing, which I think is so attractive and effective in this particular design. So many different kinds of asymmetry. And if that is your bag, this is a great and fun knit. I like this very, very much. And you know, I love vests. I think they're such perfect transition pieces. So, you know, you can wear this with a turtleneck in the dead of winter. You could wear it as she's done with a blouse in the spring, come fall. It would be great over a t-shirt. I love that. And I love that the felted tweed is such a light and wearable all season kind of fabric. Tell me if you've knit anything in felted tweed. It's one of my favorite yarns. Okay, so those are the only two that I have featured from Abstract, but if we have time, I'll go back and we can talk about all of the designs in there because they are all really cute. But I did want to get to some of her more current stuff. This is from this the current season, which is autumn winter 2022-23. This is a book that she did for the yarn Textured Tweed Haze, and the collection is called Textured Tweed Haze. And we had this as well as the next one here in the shop. Very cute. It's called Agave. I would not have predicted how much I liked this until I actually put it on. So let me tell you why I like it. It's garter stitch. That's nice and easy to wear, and garter stitch is stretchy, so you have an easy fit around the shoulders. She does have short row shaping in here. I love the sleeves. It's open at the side, so it's very easy to knit. You can see she's just cast on extra stitches. It's not a separate sleeve, so very easy. The only seam is right up here at the shoulder and then just under the arm. I love the stripes. I love the open sides. I love the way the open sides allow that dropped shoulder to not be bunchy at the bottom. So that's kind of one of my pet peeves with dropped shoulders sometimes is they can be very bunchy at the bottom if you have a lot of ease. So the way she's constructed this gives you all the ease to make it so that it's really comfortable to wear and flattering for a lot of body types. And it looks really nice. It hangs really well. So those are the things that I love. And I put together another colorway in which we used a different gray and the setting sun, the orangey colorway, which I think is absolutely lovely. So very pretty that one is. That's called Agave. And we have this as kits that we're putting together for Vogue Knitting Live, and we'll also be in the shop. All right. The next one is Orchid. Again, in that tweed haze, which has its own lovely texture. This is what I call just a hand knit sweatshirt kind of thing. Very dropped shoulder. You can see right here that it comes all the way down. Lots of ease. Really pretty. We had several people make this. I wanted to feature Melissa Reeder's version of this, but I couldn't get in touch with her before I put the presentation together. I didn't want to just post her picture without her permission. But this is really pretty. And I think this would also be pretty in the tornado colorway with this same sort of soft, pale gray as accent. I love this. I love this so much. Let's see. Oh, you did in felted tweed? Yes. Very pretty. Thanks for letting me know. So Terry likes Eve. Sandy likes Eve. Yes, I would knit that with you guys. I absolutely would. I think that would be very fun. Okay, and this is the last one that I wanted to feature from that collection, Bamboo. Again, this got this great split at the side, which makes it very nice and comfortable and easy to wear. She's got a lovely traveling rib, which makes it fun to knit. And you know, I love a good turtleneck, so I think this is a beautiful one. Betty would like to knit orchid. Yes, I think a lot of people like orchid. I think it's just really popular, isn't it? Really easy to wear. So this is very pretty. Maybe a little more fussy in terms of finishing, but I think it would be wonderful to wear. Oh, it's not the last one. Okay, I guess I like a lot of these designs, don't I? I apologize. So Jasmine is a sweater coat. Sadly, this is miles and miles of stockinette, but it would be a great TV knit, and it's so on trend. These long sweater coats are very much in fashion, and this would be a great 3-season kind of thing. Spring, fall, winter, depending on where you live. You could wear this as a coat. Ellen Orr would absolutely love this in New Orleans. She wouldn't even need a winter coat. And it's a beautiful neckline and pockets. Who doesn't love pockets, right? So tell me if you like this. Tell me if you would be willing to put miles and miles of time into miles and miles of stockinette. A lot of times I shy away from sweater coats because they can get very heavy, but with the tweed haze being so light, you know that it wouldn't be heavy at all. It would be gorgeous to wear. All right. Okay, and this is from her another collection that she had for this season. It was very yarn specific. This is for Merino Aria. This is called Marble. I love the cables in this. This just looks so comfy, so cozy. And she told me that she does all the styling herself. So I think this is really pretty the way she styled this with these sneakers. Looks great. And I love the way that they're using a variety of models, different body shapes, because yay. So I love this one too. And Merino Aria, as I said, is just a gorgeously soft yarn. I can see this being like a favorite cozy thing. A vest, love a vest. I love this vest in particular. I think this would be a great one for you, Amelia, because it's got all of these interesting stitch patterns in there. Can you see this little seed stitch inset in the parallelograms and the rectangles? And I love a good V-neck. And I love it with this white shirt. I just think that's so cute. This would be great with jeans. You could also wear it with a skirt. You could wear it with, black pants. Great wearable kind of garment. All right. What is it? Okay. And so this, I'm super excited about this, gang. This is her latest, and this is under her own label. It is in her Ravelry store. It's called 1500, and it's a mini shawl. And I would love for us to make this to go viral for her. Wouldn't it be fun if we had 15,000 people knitting this little garment? I think this would be so cute. It's easy. She says it's got this just really repetitive kind of mindful stitch pattern that you can memorize and do it in a variety of colors. It's worked in a DK weight yarn. It's just a tiny little accessory. I think she did this sample, the first sample in Rowan Pure Cashmere, which is, oh my gosh, so dreamy. And it takes just 2 skeins. So it's a 300-yard shawl. And I love this. It would be so beautiful around your neck, right up next to your skin. Here is a picture of it laid out. It looks like it would be knit from the point up, but it's not. It's knit from point to point. So the change in direction of this traveling rib is what gives it this center point, which is so incredibly clever. I love this piece. Who is in? Who would love to knit this with me? Oh, good. So Glenn would knit that. I think that would be very cute. We are going to have cashmere available at a very nice price, so look for that. Hi, Suzanne. Let's see. I'm thinking back. Why are you thinking back? Thinking back. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, anyway, so who doesn't love this, right? I think that is so cute. And I would love to see, like I said, I'd love to see that go viral for her. So I'd love to hear in the comments if you are watching later and not watching live. Do tell me in the comments which garments you like the best, what you think of them, and how much you love Georgia. So I know she would love to see those comments as well. So don't forget that next week will be the interview with Georgia Farrell. She is so wonderful. She's just so natural, so relaxed, so very comfortable to be with, and a lot of fun to chat with. So we had a really good time at that interview, and I can't wait to share it with you. So until next week, see if you can find a Georgia Farrell pattern like this 1500 mini shawl and cast on something new and create something beautiful. Good night, and thank you for being here.